My next question goes to Shreya. Shreya, Ryerson is known to be academically non-traditional and more career-driven. Students and parents are usually interested to know about two outstanding experiences at Ryerson. One, the Faculty of Science mentoring program matching mentors with students. And two, the new opportunity for students to incorporate innovation and zone learning directly in their studies through coursework and a minor. Will you tell us about both, please?
I think this is not specific to Ryerson. It is more so with Canada as well. Almost all of us do imbibe a lot of experiential learning in our coursework in terms of how it is being taught. So that is something which is going to be different for a lot of the Indian students, because we are not used to, at least in our state and national board curriculums, we are not used to doing a lot of experiential learning. So when we speak about experiential learning, the best way to, I put it in like layman words, is to learn through research and experiments and other opportunities, as versus just relying completely on your textbook and then going ahead and giving an exam. So I think that is very important. At Ryerson, 93% of our programs have a curriculum, have a experiential curriculum imbibed into the program. Now, speaking specifically to the mentoring program for Faculty of Science, again, that is across all of our faculties, and we call them as tri-mentoring programs. So what that basically does is when we segregate it, there's something called as peer mentoring. So all of the first year students, regardless of the faculty, are then matched with the upper year student who is going to, support them in terms of what kind of classes to take, how to prepare, and help them in their transition in the first year, which I think a lot of parents also kind of get a little worried about, is will the child get, adjusted to the studying pattern? Will they know what to do or not? So I think the enrolling for the tri-mentoring give the students and parents a little bit of reassurance that there is someone that is going to handhold you a little bit to kind of becoming a little bit comfortable with the process. Then there is a career mentoring program where we have third year students get acquainted and matched with professors or industry professionals who will then help you towards your career goals. So at Ryerson, by then you will have finished your co-op. So then you're kind of starting to pave your way ahead. So that's a great combination in terms of building your network and putting yourself out there a little bit more, engaging what you're liking, what you're not. And lastly, the last part of that is the group mentoring, where I think it is imperative that a student is part of student organizations that are there on campus. And that could be anything from your ethnic organizations or your sports clubs and all, but there is a lot of your faculty-based programs, clubs that are there, which you should be a part of, because it's a student-based organization where students are doing research and coming up with ideas, or you're being able to interact with people and learn what is happening within the industry, because you're going to eventually then work within that sector. So that is a little bit about the mentoring bit. Talking about the zone learning, which I think is one of our very unique features and facilities that we offer. The best way to understand zone learning, or when I'm presenting it to students, I always say, think of Shark Tank. Okay, so if, how does Shark Tank work? You go and give your pitch your idea to a panel of investors, and if they think it is feasible, they'll go ahead and fund in your business and help it make it big. So zone learning is pretty much on that format. Is the beauty of it is that you can, even as a first year student, you can just go with a business idea to a panel of investors. We have 10 zones across all faculties. And you don't need to have a business idea in the faculty of your study. So even if I'm studying psychology, let's say, and I have a business idea in the fashion zone, great, go pitch it. And if the investors think it's going to be feasible, they will invest in it and help you create it. And you could potentially then go ahead and graduate with a business on your hands. So again, being an entrepreneur right now, also when we speak to students, we hear a lot like, what do you want to do? They always say that I want to have a startup, I want to become an entrepreneur. So you can actually do your on and off campus jobs within these zones. So you're learning early on about how the base of a business is created. So I think that's one way to look at it. And one of our zones, which is the digital media zone, it is associated with our business school, and it is the world's #1 university-based seed incubator. And we have a tie-up with the Bombay Stock Exchange for the same. So small and medium businesses in India use that space, and then they have a 6-month exchange at Ryerson. So there is a lot of opportunities, and that's why we like to call ourselves at Ryerson as a world of possibilities, because apart from giving you great education, there is so much more we do to make sure that your experience at Ryerson is a holistic one.